Yo, it's your boy, DRC from PainInTheGulo.com.
And your boy Remy Roy causing that ruckus. And
Yo,
this is
talk
yo shit,
nigga.
That was perfect, nigga.
That's the ratio.
Alright, we trying this again. It's your boy Remy Roy.
Your boy DRC, what's up, y'all? Blessings.
We back with another episode. It's a beautiful weather, so we have to come outside real quick again.
It's a beautiful day, man.
Been waiting for this weather for a hot minute.
Yo, to run in the tank top, so free, bro.
Huh?
To run in the tank top and shorts, so good running. So free, bro.
All that ice. I got me a nice little workout yesterday. I've been back on my shit with my exercising. But yo,
About it, I wasn't gonna say nothing, but I can tell you because you about it. You can tell, nigga.
I got because I had gotten fat, not fat, but I had gotten bigger. And the thing about it was, I had gotten injured. I had twisted my knee, so I couldn't work out for like 2 fucking months, bro. That's all it took, bro. 2 months, and I wasn't even eating too crazy.
How was your mental?
And then my birthday, I was eating crazy.
How was your mental? You know what you mean on your B-Day, bro? Right, how was your B-Day, bro?
My birthday was cool, but this is what happened on my B-Day. So I realized, I think people call it a midlife crisis.
Yeah.
But I don't have a crisis. I'm not. But I'm getting old. First thing I had to stop is I'm not getting old. I heard somebody say, when you hit a 30 club, we classic. I like the way that shit sound too. Like, and then I had to also realize, nigga, I'm a black man in America who made it to 30. Blessings. Like, that shit is a feat.
It is.
But I was looking at, I guess, as all men do at points in their life, they look out over their life and see what they got, what they accumulated. And I ain't mad at what I got, but it's just like, I'm living here, and I feel like my potential's here, and my full potential is like up there, and I'm still living right here. So I'm looking up at my potential, my regular potential, and I'm like, why am I not up there? You know what I mean? And it's just like, oh shit, I'm not living to my potential. Not even my full my potential. And I'm just like,
Let me take you somewhere else.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What I realized a lot of us be doing, especially me, we confusing the energy of the universe. My man told me I had some business, I had a proposition, like an idea, and he was like, yo bro, truly, you're trying to move. So you gotta pick one at the moment, because like me, I want to write a movie, I want to do this, I want to do that. Bro, focus on the one thing that's gonna allow you to spring to the next. Like, I can't move and write a book right now.
God,
I can't do both. It's impossible.
That's crazy you said that shit, bro.
Nigga.
Because I've been thinking lately, after I had that whole epiphany, I'm not living to not even my potential, nor my full potential. It was just like, less is, I keep telling my kids, less is more. And I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? And it's like, less is, I was listening to some, I found that audiobooks on YouTube. That's the number one. I found this one about Business 101. The 80-20 rule. 20% of what's in your closet is what you wear 80% of the time. 20% of your fan base purchase 80% of your content. Like 20% of what you think about doing. 20% of, let me think. It's like this. It's a connect, right? So it's like with that connection, it's like less is more. And what I don't realize why was because I'm always thinking, like, if you look at somebody who's successful, we always look at the whole thing. You know what I mean? We thinking, we always look at Michael Jordan's 6 rings. No, my nigga. Think of Michael Jordan as a freshman coming into the league, and the mentality he had. Who's the best motherfucker? I gotta show him I'm better than them. So it's just like, get to the, like, less is more, meaning you don't gotta do everything. Right now. and I get into the emotion of it, I don't want to stop. You know what I mean? I want to keep going. But then what that does is it burns me out. So then now the next day, I don't want to do nothing at all. And I'm like, and then I trick myself. Like, I did mad work. I did extra work yesterday. So then I end up saying 2 weeks that I'm doing nothing, and then I do a whole all day. And it's just nah, dude, every
That's like a team that always want to start playing ball in the fourth quarter. The whole game, niggas was in the fourth quarter. All of a sudden, now niggas is up, and now they want to ball out. It works, but for how long? It's gonna burn. Eventually, that's not gonna work, my nigga.
But it's just like, yo, let's just ball. I don't gotta do so much. And it's like, don't mean you don't do a lot of things, but it's just like you writing a book, you writing a script for a TV show, you writing less is more. So put a little bit of time to that, a little bit of time to that, a little bit of time to that, and then give yourself a break, and then appreciate and reward yourself for what you did. Cause it's part of, and then appreciate. It's like everybody always saying this shit. It's like it's not the destination, it's the journey. But it's just like, it's the little shits, like love. Love is my favorite thing, because whenever everybody think of love, they think about this big grand gesture and some shit like that. And it's like, love ain't no big grand gesture. Love is little shit, the little intermediate shit that most people will let pass by. People who love you peep it and will help you with this shit. And it's just like, that's what I feel like personally. Love is. Love is all the little shit that adds up to one big ass shit. It's not one big ass vendor like, oh, I'm gonna put my jacket over a puddle for you. Your feet don't get wet. I never understood that shit anyway. But, and it's like, we trying to achieve whatever goal or dream we have, and we trying to do everything in that next day, that next hour.
Yeah,
and it's just like, nah, bro.
It's
do one step today, and then
and zoning. That's what one thing I learned that you can't do 100% of the time is keep your energy up, keep your vibe positive, work out, read, build, whatever that may be. With a cook, whatever you do, but then also don't get looked. I ran today, so that's it.
Right.
I did something today.
Right.
But I'm learning. You feel it. That's not enough. Right. They be, bro, worked with my mother, nigga. I run this shit twice now. So, bro, you can still breathe. You can still move. Give me another one, bro. I want to come back. You got, and I'm learning. That's where
I started taking the advice I give my children.
That's how it should. No, but it's funny because a lot of parents give the great advice to kids and do not do it.
Like,
shit.
I was talking to my daughter and my nephew the other day. I was like, don't get it twisted. It's hard to be a good.
Yes.
We're not aiming for good. We're aiming for great. So sure. If you think shit's gonna be easy, get that shit out your head now. If you think shit gonna be fair, get that shit out your head now. Because we trying to be great, and great is not ever done easy. It's hard.
And it's constant.
It is consistency, and that's what we should do.
And that's what I learned, nigga.
It's like before I can even ask my child to do that shit, I gotta hold myself to
and
that.
And that's how I move all the time. Because then you don't want to be in a position that you did it. But how you want me to listen to you, I take that very serious when I tell you things. I don't want, because I did it, doing it, like I never wanted to be on some, I'm trying to scold you or judge you type shit, because we all go through things. My thing is just be respectful. I know it hurts, it hurts to hear certain things and to understand certain things, but
yeah, that's the hardest part.
Of course. But I'd rather it come from self. I'd rather be able to tell myself something than have an intervention.
But that's the thing about it too, though. You have to really be able to look at yourself and not like I feel like a lot of people do. Not just women, I think men do it too.
Of course.
Their feelings is their reality.
Yeah.
And no other reality can exist with, you know what I mean? If it doesn't align with their reality, then you're lying. And it's just like,
and we in a society,
we all interpret, like your perception is your reality, and it's like, and it's so hard for you to look at it at anybody else's perception. And it's just
Which
if you can't put yourself in other people's shoes, you're more than likely not gonna be able to stay in your own shoes. You know what I mean? Because it's until you able to sit in your own shoes and really evaluate yourself that you're able to put yourself in other people's shoes and be like, you know what? Even though they coming at me crazy right now, the way they coming at me, some shit must be off with them, and I'm not gonna even pay them no mind. I'm not gonna feed that energy with my rah-rah. I'ma just walk the fuck away, cause I know this person's on some shit.
That's it.
And everybody gonna look at me like I'm pussy or whatever, but whatever, I'm gonna just walk the fuck.
When I went running like 2 days ago, it's a track, but people walk there. But it's a track. It's mainly for running.
Right.
So they walk the opposite way. I'm running this way. Some big dude. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. This nigga got the hoodie on. He really wasn't moving.
Right.
Boom. Alright. I do this all the time. I'm not gonna hold you. Taurus, bro, is bad because you got no respect. So I'm going back around. I'm looking to change the phone, the song, bro. I'm trying to say, look up. Nigga coming back. Like I guess we went. Bro, nigga. Like he look at his arm and then look at me. So I got my I'm still emotional. So the nigga walk. So he walking. So now we both like he looking back. I'm looking back. He stopped. And then I'm like in my head, bro. I'm like it's the third lap. You really might have like think about it. Do you really want to do this right now, bro? Because you really might have to really give it with this nigga, bro. Right. And he stopped. So and you're gonna stop your motion, your jogging, your vibe for. Yeah. It's like, damn, bro, I feel pussy. Like, it's like, I was like, I feel pussy right now. Nah. So he's still working on my mother. I'm rapping, I'm listening, I'm in a good mood, so I'm just like so whatever. So I turn, and then I'm like, damn, so he started walking again. What made me feel good, I don't care, it's an ego thing. He looked back now, like he started looking like he's nervous now, like, oh. So now I'm doing my third track, bro, my tie just went away. So now I'm like, alright, wait till I see this nigga get on the third one. Then worked him, I'm looking for this nigga now. Because I'm like, bro, what you gonna do though? You gonna ask him, you gonna fight, you gonna be like, you good? I'm like, nah, I just wanna ask if he good. Like, what he want? I ain't see him. And they left, type shit. So it was like, bro, you see how quick you can go from in a great mood, something good for the life, right? And it's and a part of me still wanted to see him, just like, for what, bro? For what? And then at the end of the day, it's gonna be two dark-skinned men fighting in Central Park in front of all these white people at the time where we don't need no shit like that. But it's crazy. But it's not about being pussy. It's and God.
I find that shit hilarious. It's kind of like what was it? I think we just said it earlier. I forgot what it was. But it's just like how they switch it on us. Like, oh, we was talking about Uncle Tom.
Yeah.
And someone called you Uncle Tom and you felt offended.
Yeah.
And I'm growing up, Uncle Tom was a negative thing. Mm-hmm. I came to find out Uncle Tom was the nigga who was in the house, but he was always alerting the field niggas what it was and shit. And it's like, what you don't want to be is a fucking Sambo. A Sambo was one of them field niggas who be snitching and shit. And sometimes they would let the Sambo free because he would become a slave catcher, and them niggas was the best slave catchers. Because they're like, I know all the tricks. I'll be right. I'll be sleeping. I used to sleep with the motherfuckers. So it's just like, oh, and it applies to the same shit. Like a lot of shit that's what a real man would do is considered pussy or come off as like you soft, right? The man who turns his cheek is the person who's soft, and the man who's ready to fight and punch somebody and strike somebody because of their feelings or they're not getting their way. They're badass. They're the macho man. They're the hero. And it's just like
that's really it right there.
That shit is. But it's like
how they tricked it. It's how they keep it that. The fight.
It was like so it keeps the majority trying to achieve this. But it's like really this is the ideal, and it's just like
they got it to that point.
They got that shit down pat.
It's packed, bro. It's packed, bro.
And anybody can fall for that one. That's not even a race thing. That falls is just masculinity in general.
And that's the scary part, man. It's gotta be easy at all times, man.
It's not even just necessarily be easy, but as a man, you can't be afraid of emotions. You know what I mean? I feel like the fact that you wasn't afraid, like you said, you might look pussy, but it wasn't like the end of the world for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I might look pussy right now, but you know what? I'm gonna try to enjoy myself. I'm gonna still try to, you know what I mean? And it's just like
that's what really was it.
You actually had another choice. Mm-hmm. I know certain points in my life there was no other. It was just I'm pussy. That can't be the fact.
That
so
can't
I gotta do this. And it's just like I feel like I don't know if I'm the only man who experienced that, but I feel like that's a lot of people experience that shit. Hopefully, I was lucky enough to have the gift of laughter to then be able to now spin it on people. I remember one time at high school, I'm playing around, goofing around in the lunchroom and shit, and I stumbled and stepped on like some Crip or Blood niggas' shoes, and it was perfectly white, and niggas was like, what's Remy gonna do? Because Remy's, no one knows what I'm ever gonna do. Yeah. My nigga, I got down and was ready to polish this motherfucker's shoes so quick. I was like, my fault. That nigga was taken back. He was just like, yo, just be careful next time. And I was just like, my fault, bro, my fault. And then I was quiet for a little bit, and everybody was like, and I'm just like, nah, I'm gonna give this motherfucker respect, because I like my life. I don't know about y'all, but I'll be pussy for that. I could be pussy right now. And on top of that, I have brothers, and I've been humbled. So it's like, I know what the fuck it looks like to me. I've been around other dudes and not been the alpha nigga. And learn to be okay with the position, the side roles or whatever. You know what I mean? I have 3 older brothers, so I had no other choice. And so it's just like I was lucky in that fact too.
It's what really matters, man. At the end of the day, bro. Same thing like you said before, previous episodes, like, bro, I got clothes to wear. I'm not worried about all of that because it's not what matters, bro. And but when we consumed by it's a consuming.
This 30 shit, it released me of a lot of shit.
Wait, so you just hit 30?
Yeah.
Word? Nah. You get the
3 fucking decades, bro, on this bitch. Spinning around.
Oh, yeah, it only get up.
Nah, like what I realized is
remember Thor?
You're not as right.
Remember Thor? Yeah. When they travel up the butt, that's where you at right now. It's only gonna go up. It's only gonna go up from here, bro. I'm telling you.
But I realized it's like I feel like people at their 50s, at least black men, they're at the point where they don't give a fuck no more.
Oh, yeah, you know what I mean? Can see that.
I'm not there, but I'm at the point where it's just like the shit that, like, like I love women. Greatest distraction on earth, but I'm not. It's like I lost my fire for it right now. You know what I mean? I feel like maybe when I put on and they all throwing it at me, and then maybe I might catch, you know what I mean? I might catch a flame again. I might go holler at some old flame, see if there's anything there before I go. What? I don't know, but it's just like right now it's not about them right now. It's not like I know I need a shorty to hold me down and shit, but it's just like I ain't got shit to hold down right now, so I'm gonna go get some shit to have to hold down for a shorty to be able to help me keep this shit, you know what I mean? So it's just like I'm not worried about that shit. You know what I mean? It's just like it because of the time you had here, hopefully it will make you realize, okay, especially as a black man in America, well, I guess in anywhere in the world, it's like you realize there's nothing, if you ain't make it, there's nothing that's gonna come and quote unquote save your ass. If you're not quote unquote there, wherever the hell you think there is in your life, what do you think? It's like your dad is probably, you know what I mean? You a grown ass man now at 30, so it's just like whatever the fuck I think I should have, I have to go get it. Whatever I think my children should have, I have to go get it so I can give it to them.
Yo, bro.
And if I want to be able to do that, I have to actually live to my, first of all, my potential, and then exceed that shit and then live to my fullest potential. And it's just like
the first stage is right now, bro. Right now, when I think when 30 hit, is the unraveling. Right. When everything, and it's not even by choice. Right. Everything just. This shit don't even make sense no more.
You've been around so long that you know the way shit should groove, and it's like, wait, something's off.
Something is off, bro. And I'm learning to feel that. You feel it, and you see like uncomfortability. Like, yo, what's this? Like, what's more? Like me, my go-to. Like, if I don't want to play video game, I don't want to write. I read. Like, I go on the internet. And I pick a time in history, and I just go, like right now, I just did massive research on the whole Israel and Palestine shit, bro. From how it started, how Great Britain did it. Is I guess the more history a nigga watch, the more free you become, because you realize it's always been this way, bro. Right. And it's only gotten worse. So you just better get yours, and for your family, and for the people who want to be helped, the people you can't help. Right. Like you used to tell me, bro, don't worry about them. Like you worried about you, and then
especially when we at where we at.
Exactly.
When we get up there, then we can start worrying about it.
And you gotta get there first.
When we got so much, we don't know what the fuck to do with it. Then we can start.
Like right now, like it's to the point, bro. I finally got a goal set. Like in terms of a number, all I need to move. Like I was able to declutter so much that it was no longer a monster. It was more so like 1, 2, 3, nigga. Right. Like that's it, nigga. And now I'm doing it. I'm about to finish my 5-hour jump, bro. Like shit is. It's just, it was the, what are you doing? Like you just said, what are you doing to make this move happen? Right. And once you start asking some shit like that, it's like, oh shit. Right. This is not doing it. This is not doing it. And it's difficult because it's like, damn, bro. But
I feel like that's the hardest part. That shit right there is the hardest part. That shit that you just like literally. That's the hardest part of shit. Really looking at yourself. I don't even look. I don't look in the mirror. I see myself in like video game mode. That's how I look at myself. And really look at yourself and be like, yo, bro. Or if you were a woman, yo, sis, like, what we doing? What we really doing right now? You know what I mean? And it's not to say that, and it's like less is more. So it's like, do less of the bullshit you've been doing and do a little bit more. And it's just like, oh, it applies for everything, bro. Less is more. And it's just like, and the thing about it too is like, if you do less every day, right? So now, the way I'm seeing it is, I got music, podcasting, and comedy. Acting, not really until I get some buzz, so people want me to put in movies, or we finally finish a script or whatever. So, if I just do literally an hour, focus on some shit we do, music, an hour to podcasting, whether it be mixing down a thing, an hour to writing down a joker thing, and then that's 3 hours a day. That's it. Rest of the day, working out, take care of the kids, do whatever the fuck I need to do, blah, blah. And it don't even need to be in as soon as you wake up. It's just, you know what I mean? So now, I spread that shit out. Now, every time I approach this shit, I'm full of energy. Because I'm not trying to burn out. So I'm be fresh every time I'm doing whatever the hell it is I'm doing. I get consistent at doing everything every day. So it's like, I'm always sharpening my comedian skills or my comedic thing. Because I'm like, the way I'm thinking is like, I want to do an album and a special a year for like 5 years, at least consistent. Like when I get a good buzz, album and stand up per year. So I'll be touring, doing shows, then I'll be going to comedy clubs, working material, so I can have an hour special by the end of the year to be able to be like, this is an hour special, Netflix, holla at me. Or if I'm doing it, Amazon Prime, doing the shit myself, they also can shoot my Netflix special, put it on Prime, whatever the fuck it may be. So it's just like, if I have to do that, even right now, I have a good, like right now I have an album already, you know what I mean? So now I just need to be working on comedy material, you know what I mean? And this would be the first bunch. You know how I said I got like 47 jokes?
Right.
I'm not telling all 47 jokes right now, nigga. Pick 5. Start with them shits, you know what I mean? Perfect the shit out of those motherfuckers. Make those 5 jokes so, and then on top of that too, this is not like a song where it's just like the beat plays and I recite my lyrics on the beat. No. This is depending on the crowd, how I tell the story and switch it up. So I gotta know these jokes so intimate that, okay, it's not going right. Let's wrap it up and switch it on to, so it's just like, and I don't even know nothing about that because I never did it yet. So it's just like, okay, so now this is what preparation is. All right.
Yeah, that's
so okay, break down the joke, boom, 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 and then I figure out what the fuck my process is because
that's what I'm learning about writing the script right now.
Right. So this is my first take at writing, and it's like I already picked out my jokes, and then I had to find some COVID shit with it. So I found some jokes, and then it's like what you was telling me. How did these jokes connect to each other?
Yeah.
Oh, how can I fuse these jokes? Oh, okay, boom, boom, okay.
You
know what I mean?
And that's the shit go back to the
you know, Damien left me on scene, right?
Yeah.
My son began leaving me on scene all the time. Thinking about what I mean. I'm like, what the hell you? So it's like, but it's like I just gotta focus on these 5 jokes. Less is fucking more.
You said that shit about you think that
I don't need to focus about the album. I just need to focus on a single right now. In one song, you fuck everything up. One song, and then when they get on there, then you can start thinking about, okay, what's the follow-up? No, one fucking song. What's that gonna be? That one?
That's crazy.
So it's
that
like
goes back to the Jordan example.
Right.
Nigga, when you work, my nigga, today I'm working on my jump shot. I'm gonna be in the gym today and I'm just gonna shoot jump shots. When I come tomorrow, I'm gonna work on because I gotta give it my 100%.
Kobe said the same shit. He's like, I did every summer. I worked on one thing and got one thing. I added one thing to my arsenal.
That's how you do it, bro. And that's what you never stop learning, bro. And what else? And there's I forgot the word.
I feel like what happens is you get so good at learning one thing at a time, you start learning 2 things at a time.
Yeah, because it just everything intertwined.
4 at a time.
You never read something, and then you seen the link, and you click that link and give it to something else, and then this, oh shit, then that link. That's what happens when I pick up part of history. I end up with 4 different tabs now. Of, this is why this war happened because of this process, and it's like, and then I guess it's the cynic in me. But I don't think the world is ever made for peace. Like the utopia shit we talk about. As long as we have politics.
The thing about it is, peace is relative. But the thing about it too is like, there'll never be quote unquote peace. I heard somebody say you can't. It's part of the spectrum.
Yeah, you can't have
there's good and bad.
Yeah, like
so
I'm learning
if there's peace, you're talking about the only way they could really be peace is on some Ultron shit. Gotta wipe everybody the fuck out. And there would be peace. But it's like, is that what you mean when you say peace?
Exactly.
No. Peace means we still go to war, but then we're always able to resolve it. We don't dominate each other. We actually sign treaties, or we don't even ever go to war. We debate the shit the fuck out of this shit. We get the best talkers to talk the shit out this fucking problem until we find a solution. So that might be what peace is, you know what I mean? But it's just like...
And then with everything, it comes with its own responsibility.
So somebody was talking about, I think he was talking about poverty. He's like, you can't get rid of poverty. There's going to be rich people, there's going to be poor people. What you want to do is get the most people out of poverty possible. So you got to get, you know what I mean? And it's a mindset, you know what I mean? So it's just like... So it's like, peace is a mindset. It's not something that's going to... There could be war around you, but you have peace within. You know what I mean? And them is usually the best warriors. It'll just be so crazy. But it's just like, that's why I say it's like, the world at peace is like for there to be peace, there need to be some type of chaos.
So that's like for rain, for the sun, you need for the rain. It's always bro.
We needed wars for there to be peace time. But it's like everything. It has its time. It comes, it goes. And
you know what it is? It's just the balance. The balance is not right now. The balance is real wide. And that's why you feel that. That's why you gotta keep your balance within.
And it's just like keep your balance on point for you to try to help others.
Vertical, that shit gonna have you up down and shit, bro.
You said vertical.
But that's what I'm learning through with the type of shit back. But
that shit is straight facts.
And that's just the beauty of like I had to really let go of everything in terms of you keep trying to hold on. You're confusing the universe.
I this concept of letting go, it keeps playing in my mind, and the idea I think is we all want something, right? But we're afraid to let go of what the fuck we've been doing or what we know to get that shit. So it's like we say we want to fly, but you're afraid to leave the ground. How the fuck you supposed to fly if you can't?
You just the idea of flying.
You scared to leave the ground, bro.
You want the idea of flying.
It's like you have superpowers and you flying and you holding on to trees and it's like, I want to fly. Let go. I don't want to let go. If you let go, you will fly. But it's like, and I feel like that's the analogy I be seeing in my head. I'm just like, nigga, stop holding on. Just let go.
But the beauty that I learned, bro, it's word. It's not word. It's the empathy. Always have empathy, but never at your cost. At the cost of your energy.
I get what you mean.
Because then you become the tool, you know. And as I learned, when you invest all that energy into self, it's all. That's what it is. The process. You gotta cook first to eat. You can't eat and then cook. Niggas want to eat without cooking, bro. You can't do that. You gotta do it's process steps, and I'm learning. You want this, you gotta do this. You want to drive, you gotta go to get this. You have to do this. You have to, and just because you can't see it in your perception, like just because you can't see, okay, for me to become a better talker or understanding, I gotta actually try to understand what the fuck. Just because there's steps, bro, and I'm learning no matter how old you are. A nigga, it's gonna come get you, and it's not like talking to a 40-something-year-old, and it's like, oh shit, it's like I'm talking to my niece right now, bro. And that's crazy. But then I'm learning that's not your problem. Yeah, like Oprah said, if the person
a while ago, it wasn't that crazy.
And if you share energy with somebody and that person cannot grasp their energy, they forcing you to control the force field, right? So now you have the choice of trying to make it better or walk away. And I'm learning.
Ooh.
I'm learning in life.
God damn, bro. You talking shit.
People, and if they walk away, what the nigga 50 said, if they walk away, you gonna do it this way or they gonna, 9 times out of 10, they gonna do it they gonna, because you stood on your shit, you stood on your ground.
Yeah. But that shit people don't get that whole stand on the ground. They don't get
about,
scary, bro. They don't get the recoil you get initial.
But niggas been odd for their whole life, so niggas is used to being the odd person. Like, oh, he's the only person that believe that. So what? Nigga, there's people who will fold all of them like, nah. So that's what said being different, and they also said being gay too, because you're forced to be. You have to learn how to be the ostracized. You learn how to not have to. Oh, I need 100 likes just to have a good day.
Right.
Nah, nigga, I'm good. It's all like everything gift and a curse because it is lonely. I'm not good. You have to learn how to. But then
the thing about it is, there's 2 parts of loneliness.
Yeah, exactly. Go ahead.
I feel like a lot of people don't get that shit.
Exactly.
Because it's like there's lonely, and you craving somebody because you don't like yourself. Type shit. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And then there's lonely because it's like you won't fold on your principles and allow somebody and you haven't ran into or feel like you met that person that you feel is you would share your energy. Like you say, that what it really is what you're doing with people when you're in a relationship is y'all exchanging energies.
Facts.
So it's like who the fuck do I want to share my energy with and create more energies, which would be children? And you know what I mean, with that energy, like, it's crazy because like I always wondered about like at least at this moment in life, knock on wood, it stay like this. I have a pretty good relationship with my baby mothers, but it's like that relationship is important to me because I feel like if me and the mother are always at conflict, not to say whenever we get conflict, but always at conflict, I feel like the child's energy is gonna always be a little, you know what I mean? Granted, every child is their own person. I feel like there's a lot of mature children out here who are able to balance through the rocky terrain of their parents' relationship. But it's just like me knowing what I want for myself, my potential, it's like, you know what I mean? To give my child the best potential that they could have, I need to be on good accord with their mother. You know what I mean? And it's just like, it's not even for my sake or for her sake, it's for the child's sake. And that means sometimes you're gonna have to be pushy or look pushy and just give in or do the pushy thing or whatever it feels like, makes you feel like you being pushy, whether, you know what I mean? It could be a various amount of things, you know what I mean? So it's just like, but
it's what really matters. It's the bigger picture, bro.
Right, and it's like doing the little things. I realized the other day, I'm very petty, but only to my fucking self.
Oh wow.
I be so petty in my head that by the time I get around the person that I want to be petty with, I'm just like,
you already went through the emotions.
And it's like, I don't even have the same energy. I don't even have the same come-ups that I was having in my head when I was being petty. So it's just like, and then to hold on to that, you know what I mean? Because I realized, yo, motherfuckers, hold on to this shit and just carry this shit around until they see this motherfucker, and then they unload it, and if the other motherfucker don't pick it up, they still have to, they pick it back up. It's like, oh.
And that's one of the main reasons why
crazy.
I haven't done a certain action, because of that right there. That's fire, you just put in words.
Right.
Because it's like literally giving the ball back to the other team. It was just, and you just had all things, and you dead just gave the ball back, and
just like,
you thought you had it, bro. Nah, bro, I can't do that. I can't afford that, bro. Nah, that shit gonna, and that's probably the switch for a lot of people from going.
I think that's what you think is too, because it's like, you like, I could debate, I could argue with somebody, and I will argue. Like, I've been raised by two. I've been raised by two women, nigga. I know how does this, nigga. But it's just like, for you to do that, that energy is gonna take, bro. And it's just like,
and now whenever,
you know what I realized, that I feel like men may have this a little bit better than women, but it's like letting go of shit. Like, I got my ass whooped. I got my ass whooped.
It doesn't, you know what I mean? It doesn't benefit.
But it's like, I think Chris Rock said, it's like, she's trying to end me. Like, when girls have the girl at work that they hate.
Now it's a fuel for animals.
And it's just like, damn, how do you really hold on to that shit? Like,
it's a thrive, it's a sensation. And if you ain't got nothing else,
I don't like that shit.
Me neither, bro.
I heard Denzel say, I don't know what he said, basically, I don't know what he said, I'm paraphrasing. He said, people like low frequency people gossip, talk about people. Good people, or people on a good frequency, or a normal frequency, or I guess balanced frequency, or a higher frequency, or mid frequency. I don't know how to think. They talk about events, or they discuss events that were like popping, so it's just like, or that party was popping, or basketball game, you know what I mean? And then great people, or people on high frequency, they talk about ideas, you know what I mean? And they share ideas, and it's just like, an idea has the most potential because you could, you know what I mean? An event already happened. You could just state what happened. You know what I mean? Idea is the only place where you get to manifest and create, and the potential is limitless, especially depending on the people you come together with. You know what I mean? So it's like me and you have this idea of this podcast. What happens if somebody finds it and they want to contribute what their idea is going to do, how that would grow it, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
If we didn't have to do this cameraman work and shit, how so we can now think about other shit. So it's just like, so it's like now I get why I want a team.
Yeah.
I get why we need a whole producer, a director's director, the director of the food on the fucking thing. We need a director for the
Like it's just team, bro. I screw you. Just talking nigga team for everything, bro.
So it's just like,
does this,
but it's the little shit you gotta do. Look, like making a movie. If you think about the whole shit, like how we gonna do that shit,
bro, for real.
But if it's like the only way you can make a movie is scene by motherfucking scene. That's the only way you can do it.
That's like
you can't cheat the process. You can't make a whole. You can't shoot the whole movie beginning to end it without cut. So it's like, why you thinking about it like that?
No,
and sometimes you be like, we gonna do the last scene first. We gonna do this scene, and it's just like and it's like, that's how we gotta start thinking about shit.
There's no, don't box the mind in, bro.
There's no such thing as structure.
Fact.
But you need structure. You know what I mean?
There's no set structure.
Right.
Be fluid.
There we go.
Be fluid. You gotta go with.
The best way I could think about it is like a tree with branches or roots. I was looking at a tree the other day. I was smoking. I was just like, these branches know exactly where the fuck to grow and where the fuck to stick out so they can get the right amount of leaves. Because over here and over there is too much shade. But if I come right here and think,
I can get there.
There's a little bit of sunlight, right? And it's just like,
even they think, even
they
that
thinking
shit
they
move
the
like
same
that.
way.
Facts, bro.
The reason why these shit's growing on the wall, it's like I get more sunlight. The higher I grow, then the higher bet nigga keep going up.
I can't feed it. That's it.
And the highest motherfucker, look, these are the only ones getting light. The whole fucking shit
is eating, yo.
Because of them motherfuckers getting light. And it's just like,
that's interesting right there.
Let's fucking do that shit.
Yeah, bro.
We just gotta be like nature.
That's it right there.
That's it right there.
That's it right there. I like it.
Yo, let's explore, so we gotta be on that shit, man.
Y'all see, bro. Bless you, bro.
We out, officially. Y'all like our intros? We working on it.
Definitely.
Talk Your Shh is brought to you by PainInTheCulo.com and your boy Remy Roy causing that ruckus, where real ones come to talk about real nigga shit. You dig?